We are live. We are live. And let's get this party started.
Can I get some Skittles, some dips, Reese's Pieces, pretzels, and a large popcorn?
A large. You got money. He got money. Get it all for him. Oh, hey. Welcome to my Airbnb crib. Come on in.
Lovely, beautiful, talented Miss Shamika Cotton.
Miss Shamika Cotton here. I am Shamika Cotton. This is the Saturday morning tap-in experience.
Let there be love.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. And I'm just getting started. Be a multi-hyphenate, they said. Who said that? Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Saturday, y'all. April 18th, 2026, Saturday. It's time for our Saturday morning tap-in. How y'all doing this morning? I want to know, okay? Focus. How are y'all feeling this morning? How are we feeling this morning? Good morning, some more 2K3, also known as Steven, also known as my producer and runner of the Saturday Morning Tap-In Facebook community. If you haven't already, head on over to Facebook and join the Saturday Morning Tap-In Facebook group. But yes, we are finally here, finally getting this Saturday morning tap-in started. Guess what? She showed up because she didn't give up. What? Come on now. She showed up because she didn't give up, okay? Or turn it around. She didn't give up. She showed up. That's how I'm feeling today. She didn't give up. She showed up. How about you? You didn't give up. You showed up. Somebody put in the chat, I didn't give up. I showed up. That is what we are doing today. We are showing up for our best selves today. Y'all, I'm loud, but turn your device down if it's too loud, okay? Because this is how God made me. I'm just loud. But right? We didn't give up. We showed up, and that's what we are doing every Saturday morning. Yes, I have quite a show for you all today, right? So sit tight, get ready. If you haven't already, if you're new here, okay, first let's start off there. If you are new here, who am I? I am Shamika Cotton, the host of the Saturday Morning Tap-In, where we come together every Saturday morning for some uplifting conversations. We set some intentions, and then we do some journaling. So if you haven't already, you got a little bit of time, go get your journal, go get you something to write with. Go get your candle, your incense, your Palo Santo. I got my incense right here, okay? Got me a little bit of this Nag Champa, okay? Nag Champa, I think that's how you say it. I don't know, it really doesn't matter. It really matters about how it smells and how it makes me feel. How are you feeling? Some more 2K3 says, he is feeling enthused. I love that. Feeling enthused. Soraya Jane, baby girl, my TikTok niece. How you feeling today? How are you feeling today? Good morning, Ashley Nicole. So glad to see you here tapping in for your Saturday morning tap-in. That's right. This is all about your Saturday morning tap-in. We show up for our Saturday morning tap-in together because guess what? You can only do your tap-in for you. I can't tap in for you. I can come here and turn on the lights and turn on the camera, but you have to turn on yourself. That's what the Saturday morning tap-in is about. I can't do your tap-in for you. You have to do your tap-in for yourself. And the first way that we do our tap-in is we don't give up. We show up, right? And Saturday morning tap-in is a place where we come together to do the work together. Okay. We get our whole life together. Did you catch that? We get our whole life together in community. So today's show is for you. If you feel like something bigger is calling you, but you can't fully explain it, today's show is for you. Today's show is for you, Tony Clomax. If you've been doing the work, but you're wondering, when is it going to click? This show is for you. Today's show is for you, Stephen. If you're ready to stop playing small about what you actually want. Ashley Nicole, today's show is for you. If you know deep down, this life that I'm living, this ain't the final version. Today's show is for you. So go ahead, get ready. It's time to tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Cheer. Woo!
Tap in.
Maybe it's a little hot for this jacket, but
Tap in.
part of the walk, you know what I'm saying? The things we do for the love.
Tap in.
Yes.
Tap
That was
in.
me doing a line read of the line you wrote, Stephen. Yes.
Tap in.
It's time to tap in. Hey. Journal. It's time to tap in. We didn't give up. We showed up. We didn't give up. Hey, we showed up. We didn't give up. Hey, we showed up. And it's time to tap in. Hey, tap in. Tap in. What's up, the Kingston Show? Let's go ahead and get today's show started. As you can see, I am in rare form today. I mean, I'm like in rare form every day. It's a part of my spiciness. But anyway, before we get anything started, y'all know what we do on Saturday morning tap in. Let's set our intention for the day. What intention do you want to set for today? Let me get some paper so I can write down what y'all say. And then at the end of the show today, we will activate those intentions, right? That's something that we do that's very powerful here for Saturday morning tap in, right? We activate the intentions, right? We have the activation at the end. And I'm telling you, if you've never tapped in for a Saturday morning tap in activation, prepare to take off, okay? Prepare to be activated, okay? Prepare to live the life that you dream and the life that you desire. Our activations are like none other. All right, so go ahead, put it in the chat. How do you want to feel? That could be your intention, right? Your intention could be, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel, right? This morning I asked, how are you feeling? Right? Today's show is about feelings. If you haven't guessed, we're talking about feelings today. So don't forget, put your intention in the chat. I'll keep asking you that all throughout the show today, because I want you to walk away from this show today activated, intentional, and ready to fully express the greatness that is inside of you. How has y'all's week been, right? How has your week been? Let me tell you. I had quite the week, okay? I was on deadline after deadline after deadline. But guess what? She got it done. She got it done. I got all of my things submitted to the printers, things that had to be printed. My designs were completed. And so I'm feeling accomplished today, to say the least. What do we have? We have feel well, confident, and productive. Okay, well, confident and productive. Noted. Making a note of that. We are going to use that. All right. Don't miss this moment. Don't miss this moment. Hold on. Let me not miss the moment. So let me zoom in on these comments over here on Instagram and see what we're talking about, because I don't want to miss any part of this here moment. Some more 2K3 says, my intention is to be inspired by this tap-in community and message. Okay, well, coming right up. Get ready for some inspiration. You know what? I realized, Carrie Brown, welcome to your Saturday morning tap-in. Okay, all right, one moment, y'all. TikTok over here. Hey, TikTok, how y'all doing over there? I'm so glad y'all are tapping in. Tap on that screen. You all are getting the behind-the-scenes look of Saturday morning tap-in, but if you want to see the actual show, you got to go to the other platforms to see what's on the screen, or you can continue just to watch and listen for the behind the scenes. I'm so glad you're here tapping in. No matter how you're tapping in, I'm so glad that you're here. Jamil said, I did not give up. I showed up. Okay. I did not give up. I showed up. And I'm so glad to see you are here today. All right. We have stay focused and mindful and resilient. I love that these intentions are coming in today. I love it, love it, love it. All right. So the reason why I gave that preface over here on TikTok is because I'm going to play a clip again from something that we're going to talk about today. So I'll play it again, but I'll let you know when we get to it. So listen, this week I have been rereading a book that I read a while ago. Sometimes I like to read books more than one time because you get something different each time you read it. Am I alone? Where are my readers at? Not my fabulous readers, okay? These fabulous readers you can get over on Amazon. These fabulous readers you can get over on Amazon. But and the QR code is up on the top of the screen if you want these here readers. But no, where are my readers? Meaning those who like to read, right? I love to read. As a kid, I didn't like to read. I wanted to like to read. However, I had attention issues where it was hard for me to focus on reading. I would read stuff and it wouldn't stick. I have to read it over and over. So I had to basically grow into the reader that I am today. And I'm so glad that I finally did, because I love to read. If I could have a day off where I'm just reading all day, that's a good day for me. That is a good day for me. It's a Cat's World says, I love reading and writing. It's a Cat's World. Welcome. We are your people, okay? We love to read here and we love to write. So I hope you got your journal, because we're going to do some writing today as well. So glad to see you tapping in. Yes, some more 2K3, a reader here, okay? So I've been revisiting this book called The Mental Equivalent. It's by Emmett Fox. I'm not sure if any of you all have ever heard of it. It's a really old book written back in the early 1900s. And he was a spiritual teacher and a writer. And his work is all about the idea that your outer life is a reflection of your inner world, right? So that's what Emmett Fox wrote about in the early 1900s. Now, I will say, because you know how I am on this show, I keep it real with y'all. Some parts of this book is very dated. Remember, I said it was written back in the early 1900s. So some parts of the book can be a little offensive. But guess what? What I always like to say, what I do is you eat the meat and spit out the bones. What does that mean? There are core truths in this book, and those parts that don't resonate with you, just spit it out. Don't worry about it. But there is some really powerful gems in this book, right? Exactly. Some more 2K3. Some more 2K3 says, every actor in here should raise their hands, right? As a reader. Let me tell you, this is a little tangent, and I'm going to go back to today's show. And I got to stay focused because y'all, I got a hair appointment at 11:30. Y'all, we got to get in and get out on this tap in. But anyway, we will. But I will say this, some more 2K3. When people are always asking me, you know, I want to be an actor. How can I be an actor? One of my first questions is, do you like to read? If you don't like to read, acting is not for you. I'm just going to tell you. If you don't read, you don't act. And I know it seems very obvious, but some people think like, no, yeah, but you have to love reading. That's just my perspective. That's some more 2K3's perspective. We share that. All right. But anyway, getting back to the book, The Mental Equivalent by Emmett Fox. The main idea of the book is that before anything in your life shows up, you have to form the mental equivalent of it first. First of all, has anybody here heard of the book, The Mental Equivalent? Or has anyone here read any of Emmett Fox's other works? Anyone here? Let me know in the chat if you've ever heard of it. Let me know if you've ever heard of the mental equivalent. If you've ever heard that idea. He was the first one to coin that idea when he wrote this book in the early 1900s. Let me know. All right, It's a Cat's World says that they have their book ready. Okay, I'm so glad because we're going to have a lot of fun doing today's journal prompt. What's up, Mo Rachel? Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. What's up, Mr. Shiver the Third? Mr. Shiver the Third. I love that. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. So, the core idea for the mental equivalent, as I said, is that before anything shows up in your life, you have to form the mental equivalent first. So, it's not enough to just want something, right? It's not enough to just wish for it, but you have to become a match for it internally, right? You have to become a match for it internally, right? So as I was reading this book and getting reacquainted with it, actually, I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret, okay? All right, let me tell y'all something. So y'all know I said I like to read, right? I love to read. I'm a reader. But I love to read books out loud. Like if anybody ever wants me to come read to you or read to your children story times, I love doing story time. In fact, I'm so off topic, but yet on topic. In fact, when I am working with a reader, today is all about readers, I guess. When I'm working with a reader, someone who is reading my lines with me for an audition or a self-tape, I will always start out with story time because I love to read, right? I have theater companies that call me to do stage directions. I love reading stage directions. I know that sounds weird. Like you don't want to be the characters. Sure, I can be the character too if there's a character for me. But if there's not a character for me, you want me to read your stage directions, okay? Especially if it's a producer session and you need them to have the energy of the piece. Stage directions, the person who reads stage directions will either bless your production or like kill the energy and nobody will understand what your story is about, right? So I love to read stories out loud. And so one thing I've been doing, y'all, okay? All right, is I read this book, The Mental Equivalent. I read it out loud and recorded it, basically. I recorded me reading the book. I don't think there's an audible out for it, but it doesn't matter. I read it and I recorded it out loud for me, right? Because one thing that I like to do is I like to, if I'm reading a book and I really want to immerse myself in that book, I like to listen to it as well. And so I'll listen to it while I'm running, while I'm on a walk. I'll listen to it while I'm designing even, just because I want to saturate my consciousness. I want to transform my subconscious. And one way that we transform our subconscious is by repetition. Repetition, you guys. So I actually was listening to my recordings of the book, right? And I've also reread it. Like I just reread it because you know what? The things that you keep in front of you, they seep in, right? And that part, your subconscious, that is the part that is influencing the life that you're living, right? That's the real of it, right? When we are tapping in, we are not just on the surface, we are going inside, right? Because the inside is what creates the outside, all right? Not to get too deep, but guess what? That's what we do here on Saturday Morning Tap-In. So anyway, I'm rereading this book. And then this post comes down my timeline. So let me pull up the post that comes down my timeline. Maybe you have seen it. This post right here, and I'll read it for those on TikTok who can't see it. It is two pictures of Quinta. One is her all dolled up on the red carpet, and one is an earlier picture of her early in her career. And it says, Quinta Brunson comments on what her past self would think of her now. And this is what Quinta said. She said, I think 2014 me would be like, exactly, period. Because I was very determined. I knew where I was going. Girl, I do not like to do that thing where people pretend like I had no idea. And that, hello, we are kindred spirits, okay? Actually, I also think that we could play cousins. Somehow I feel like she looks like she would be my cousin on my daddy's side. I'm just saying, okay, Quinta, let's play cousins. We can play sisters too. But I'm just saying, but no, I cannot. That drives me crazy when you have people at award shows and they're like, oh, I had no idea. Or just people who experience some modicum of success and they're like, I can't believe it. I can't believe this is happening. The reality is you did believe it, and that's why it's happening. I'm a blink. You did believe it, and that's why it's happening. Your beliefs are happening. You had the mental equivalent, and that's why it happened. Okay, I'm gonna get out of y'all face. I'm gonna quit yelling at y'all. But y'all, can we stop that? Can we normalize? Like, let's stop saying that. I can't believe this great thing is happening to me. I was just discovered on the street, and now I'm a famous actor or artist. No, you were doing the thing. It could not have happened if you did not have the mental equivalent. All right, I'm going to digress. I'm going to read a little bit more that is on here. So she says, I made, let's go back. She says, I do not like to do that thing where people pretend like I had no idea. Like, this could happen to me. No, I made every single move in my life so that this thing could happen to me. Didn't exactly know this, but I think that's the beauty of vision. You can feel, see something. You're working in accordance with something. And I'm a big believer in that. And let me tell you, I said, I agree. I agree. Put in the chat, do you agree? Do you agree that when people say, I can't believe it, I had no idea that this was going to be my life? Like, you may not have known exactly how it would shape up, but I'm here to tell you that you first had to believe it or see it in some way. So that post comes down my timeline. For those who are living under a rock and may not know who Quinta is, I'm going to replay a clip that I played in the opening. That this was how I first became aware of Quinta. When I saw this clip, I was like, who is this woman? Okay, let's see. Share. Oh, it's still sharing. Ooh. All right, so let's stop sharing. I hope you guys have been seeing me. All right, let me go back to share my screen. Oh, yeah, you guys have. Okay, cool. I'm just going to play this again. This is the clip that I saw when I first, when Quinta was first put on my radar. All right, let me just share this one more time for those who missed it earlier in the show. All right, this is what I saw first. This is Quinta in her beginnings.
Can I get some Skittles, some dips, Reese's Pieces, pretzels, and a large popcorn?
A large. You got money. He got money. Get it all for him.
Like, how brilliant was that piece? So simple. And when I first saw that piece, I was like, who is this sister? And so Quinta Brunson is the creator of Abbott Elementary. She's an Emmy Award winner, writer, and actress. And that is what she said. And so when I read that, I was like, hold on, wait a minute, right? Because that's it. That is the connection, right? She didn't know every detail, all right, y'all? But she had an internal agreement, okay? She had an internal agreement. Yes. And that's the connection. She moved in alignment with something that she could feel. And so that's why today's show is all about feelings, right? We can all do a little work. We can always do a little work on just clarifying our feelings, right? She moved in alignment with something she could feel before she could finally and fully see it. In chapter 2 of the mental equivalent, it talks about polarity, right? And so basically what it means is that there are two things that work together, right? And those two things are clarity and feeling. Clarity is basically direction, it's intention, what we do on Saturday morning tap-in. It's intention, and it's knowing what you are available for, right? It's not knowing every detail, but it's being clear about the direction that you're going in, right? Kind of like what Quinta said. And then the other part of the polarity is feeling, right? And this is usually the missing piece for most people. The feeling is the essence, right? It's that emotional experience. And y'all know when I talk about emotions on Saturday morning tap in, emotions are your energy in motion. It's that attractive energy that's in motion, that's going out to bring back to you that thing that you desire. Pernell, welcome, sis, right? So feeling is the essence. It's the emotional experience. And it's also the state of already having it. For example, peace, right? The feeling of peace, a feeling of joy, a feeling of freedom, a feeling of security, a feeling of expansion. And the truth is that we got to have both, because clarity without feeling could come off as dry. It could be forced or just disconnected. But if you have feeling without clarity, then you have something that's all scattered, all, kind of artsy fartsy. You're all over the place. You're inconsistent. You're wishy-washy. One minute you feel like it, the next minute you don't feel like it, right? Hello? Can I get an amen? Am I just preaching to myself? But it's the truth. This is the work that we have to do, right? This is the work that I have to do. And this is the work that we do together. And that's why I'm so glad that you're here, because here at Saturday Morning Tap In, we don't have to do the work alone. We come together and do the work together, right? So in the mental equivalent, you have to have that clarity and that feeling, right? So you don't need the full picture, but you do need the direction and the feeling. Put it in the chat. Direction and feeling. Intention and the feeling. I need to make sure y'all are getting this, because I need y'all, when you walk away from Saturday Morning Tap In today, right? I need this to be settling deep within you, right? Because you're tapping in, not by coincidence, okay? Somebody might be like, oh, this somehow just came down my timeline. What a coinky dink. Right now, it's not a coincidence. You drew this to you because you needed, what is that missing piece? What is that missing piece? What is that missing piece, right? Is direction and feeling. So now the question becomes not just what do you want, but what do you want to feel? Because that is the essence, right? That is the signal. Yes, some more 2K3. Thank you so much for being over here on YouTube so I can pop it up on the screen. I tell you, oh, God sends me such amazing people. My friends are dope, right? So it's about the essence, the feeling, right? That's the signal, right? The feelings are the energy, emotion, the signal going out to say, hey, I'm available. I'm available for my good. Somebody put that in the chat. I don't know. I'm available for my good. I'm available for my good, right? That's what the feeling is. It's that signal. It's that signal that says, I am aligned with my good, right? All right, so we're going to go ahead and grab our journals. But before we do, we're just going to take a moment just to get centered in our breathing. And today, I'm going to do something a little different, because I want to take you on a journey with these journal prompts today, right? And this is also inspired by last week's episode where we had Reverend Cherie here talking about vision boards, right? And one of the things that we did at the end of the episode was we talked about the 3 elements, right, that make up a desire, right? And one of them was the essence of it, right? What is the essence of the thing that you desire? And I wanted to continue to go deeper on that. Now, if you're interested in the vision board class, go ahead and click that QR code that is up there on my screen. If you put in the code Shamika, Shamika, all caps, you will get a special discount. And the class is starting next week, I believe. So click the QR code, go ahead, get in that vision board class. I've done it. It is absolutely amazing. But beyond that, it is transformational, right? It will transform your life. Now, but we did that exercise toward the end of last week's episode, and I wanted to continue to go a little bit deeper there, I still wanted to do a little bit more clarifying on some things, right? I really wanted to talk about what is the essence of the thing that that we desire, right? Because sometimes we can think we desire one thing, but really, if we get down to the root or to the core or to the essence of it, the one thing that we think we desire on the surface, it may not be that. Or there may be many expressions of that, and we've been limiting it to that one thing. We've been blocking our abundance. But if we can get down to what is the essence of the feeling that I want to have from that thing, we will have an abundance of it. Right? We will have an abundance of it because this is an abundant universe. All right. Okay. All right, Shamika. Okay. Where are we going? Let's just take a moment to get grounded. Right. Let's take a moment. Make sure our feet are firmly on the ground. Breathing in comfortably. Whew, and letting it out. Just shake out a little bit to make sure we're in touch with our body and we can feel it. Taking a nice deep breath in and letting it out with a sound, if you like. And let's take another collective inhale. Gilbert, inhale. And exhale. All right. Let's just continue just to get grounded in this moment. And let's take another collective inhale. We inhale, breathing in deeper. Hold it. And then we exhale. And if you really want to take in a nice deep breath, let's take your thumb finger and let's meet it with our ring finger. And that will draw the breath down to our belly area. Give it a try. Breathe in, holding your ring finger. Did you feel that? And then let it out. That's a little something I learned this week. If you hold your index finger, it will trigger your breath to your chest area. Let's give it a try. Breathe in, holding your index finger. Feel that breath up there and let it out. If you hold the middle finger, it'll bring your breath down right to below your rib cage. Holding your middle finger, let's breathe in. Feel the difference? And let it out. Now, if we hold our pinky finger, it takes it all the way down to the bottom area, right? Down to our root chakra. Let's breathe into that area. Bring it alive. And exhale. Let me know if you knew that the fingers can help control where you breathe. Let me know if that was something new for you today. Right. Okay, great. So let me get my timer together. So for those who are new here, we typically journal for 10 minutes and 10 seconds, right? But what I'm going to do today is we are going to journal in 2-minute increments, okay? I'm going to give us 2 minutes to answer a series of journal prompts that I have lined up for us. Right. And that is how we will have our guided journaling today. It's a little something a little different than what we've normally done, but I love that. Saturday morning tap in is always fresh. OK, this is a fresh show. OK, you're getting a fresh anointing. We're getting a fresh anointing here. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get I'm going to go ahead and get the timer started. You got your journal, you got your pen, y'all ready to begin? Oh, you got your journal, you got your pen, you ready to begin? Tap, 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 tap in. Y'all, somewhere there is a theme song here, and I'm probably going to go ahead and figure out what it is using AI, because I think the theme song happened sometime today. I don't know. Stay with us. Make sure you subscribe and follow and like. All right. So here we are. All right, the first question for today's journal prompt, right? So we're going to be talking about what is it you want to feel? What is that core feeling? What is the essence of the thing, right? So let's go ahead and take 2 minutes to journal our answer to that. Think about, first of all, pause. Think about that thing, right? Bring it to mind. The first thing that comes to mind. What is it that you want, that you desire? What is that goal that you're working to accomplish? What is that thing that you want to manifest, right? What is it? Right? It could be, maybe it could be a house, right? So maybe you're trying to manifest your dream house. So if I say, what are the feelings that you want from that dream house? The feelings could be a dream house represents stability. It represents security. It represents beauty. For some people, a dream house represents comfort. It represents beauty. It represents sanctuary, right? Maybe you want to manifest more financial success. So if I said, what is the essence of financial success? You might write freedom. You might write relief. You might write power. You might write the ability to choose whatever I want, right? For me, if I'm thinking about my acting career, or I'm thinking about my purpose, you might be thinking about your purpose if you're not an actor. Maybe the feeling that you want to have is a sense of fulfillment, a sense of expression, okay? You got the point, you guys? All right, I'm going to start the timer right now. Let me go ahead and put this first journal prompt up on the screen. The first one is, what is the core feeling of the thing? All right, journal prompt. Boop. All right, and here we are. Okay, I'm going to put it up on the screen. Great. And here we are. We are journaling. The timer is going. Just this one question for now, y'all. Just this one question. What is the core feeling? What is the essence of the thing? What is the core feeling of the thing you desire? We're journaling that. Just let it flow out. Don't judge it. Let whatever words want to come out, let them come out. All right. The next journal prompt is, how do you feel while working, creating, or showing up in your purpose? All right. The next journal prompt is, okay, I'm trying to type faster. The next journal prompt is, how do you feel while working, creating, or showing up in your purpose? 2 minutes. Let's write it out. How do you feel while doing it? You'd be surprised at what comes up. Just let it pour out. Don't judge it. How do you feel while working, creating, or showing up in your purpose? We're journaling. Welcome to those who are just joining us. We're on journal prompt number 2, 3 more to go. All right, I know that was fast. Okay, how do I stop it? Okay, cool. Great. All right. The next journal prompt is, okay, here's the next one. All right. How do you feel about yourself when you reflect on your day? So, right, this one is going into the future, right? How do you feel about yourself when you reflect on your day? We're journaling. The timer has begun. The end of the day, you've just lived your best life. You've just lived the life you desired. The things are happening. At the end of the day, how do you feel when you reflect on the day you just lived? We're journaling. Let's do it. 2 more prompts to go. Reflecting on our day in the future, how do you feel about yourself? All right, that is it. Okay, let's get on to number 4. The 4th journal prompt is, okay, let me go get the 4th journal prompt. The 4th one is, okay, where in my life am I already experiencing this feeling, even in small ways? Where in your life are you already experiencing these feelings in small ways? The timer has begun. 2 minutes. Just journal about it. You may need to look back at what you felt so you can be like, okay, where am I feeling this, or that? How do you, sorry, I didn't put it up on the screen. Where in my life am I already experiencing this feeling, even in small ways? We're almost done. Ten seconds to go. I'm gonna jack up this timer. All right. All right, and we've got one more question. Okay, let's get one more. I thought I had it already right here, but okay. Let's see. Let me just grab a random one. This is the piece de resistance, all right? This is the piece de resistance. Okay, come on, computer, let me get to it. Okay, the last journal prompt is this. All right. How can I begin to feel this today without waiting for circumstances to change? 2 minutes. This is our final 2 minutes. Our final 2 minutes. How can I begin to feel this today without waiting for circumstances to change? We're almost done. 23 seconds to go. How can you begin to feel this today? Wow. Okay. And that is it. We have done the journaling for today. Wow. Let me know in the chat how today's journaling was for you. Also, let me know in the chat, did you have any aha moments today? Did you have a new revelation today? I know I definitely did. I definitely did. All right. So as we wrap up today's show, feel free to share in the chat if any of those questions, if you want to share your answer to any of those questions, feel free. As I do every Saturday, my commitment is to always share what I wrote for the journal prompt. So I'll give you all a chance. If there's anything you want to write in the chat, any comments that you want to share with the community, we'd love to see it. If you're watching the replay on YouTube or watching the replay on Facebook, let us know that you're watching the replay and say, hey, okay. If you're watching the replay, say, hey, I'm watching the replay. We love to see the engagement, and we love to see that people are finding the Saturday morning tap in even when it's not Saturday, because really and truly you can tap in any day of the week, any time. All right, so let's get to the getting, because y'all know I got to get to this hair appointment. All right, so the first journal prompt for today was, what is the core feeling and what is the essence of the thing? So for me, I wrote, well, I have to tell you guys what my goal is, right? So my goal is a series regular role, a series regular acting role. All right. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone here that knows me. Okay. It's a goal I have not reached yet. I've had lots of co-stars and guest stars and recurrings, but series regular, that's the next thing on my list. And so what is the core feeling, the essence of the thing? I wrote consistent joy, fun, consistent money, there's security, a feeling of creativity, fun collaboration, there's recognition, there's respect, and then there's leadership. Those are the feelings that I wrote for that goal, right? Okay, just giving you an idea of the essence of the thing, right? There's the thing, but really the thing is really a symbol or an expression of a feeling. If you want something, you want the feeling that thing is going to give you. Okay? Think about it. If you want that relationship, you want the feeling that relationship is going to give you, right? So that is my answer to journal prompt number 1. Journal prompt number 2. How do you feel while working, creating, or showing up for your purpose? So that could be working, creating, or showing up for your goal or your desire. How do you feel while experiencing it? I feel joy. It's fun to go to work. I feel so blessed. There's a lot of laughter. My heart is full. I am energized, peaceful, taken care of, supported, grounded. I feel exuberant. That is how I feel while doing it. All right. This is us getting clarity on the feeling, right? The goal, the intention, the desire, that's the intention, but getting clarity, right? We talked about the polarity, right? The two things, clarity and feeling. So now we're doing that feeling work. All right. So for the number 3, all right. How do you feel about yourself when you reflect on your day? So we're jumping to the future and we're saying, okay, sorry, you guys. I hit the wrong button and lost me over here on YouTube. All right. So now we're answering, how do you feel about yourself when you reflect on your day, right? So we're going into the future and you're saying, okay, I'm living this life I'm about to go to bed. How do I feel about the day I just had? All right. And this is what I wrote. I am so full. I feel satisfied and excited to share the work we did. I feel proud of me. I believed in me. I didn't give up. I am the bee's knees, something special, right? So that's my answer to number 3. We've got 2 more to go, right? Do you guys see what we're doing? Even as I read these and as I wrote them, I'm feeling the things. Just having the opportunity to ask ourselves the question of what we want to feel, we're turning on that feeling. Yeah, you're doing the work already just by entertaining the thought and excavating the feeling, right? The thought excavates the feeling. And once we turn on that feeling in the smallest way, it is opening up so many doors, right? It is already doing the thing that feelings do, doing the thing that emotions do, okay? That's why you don't want to miss the moment of the tap in. When we're tapping in, just do this one little exercise, okay? One little exercise. All right, number 4. Where in my life am I already experiencing this feeling, even in small ways? Because here's the deal. The fact that you want it, you've already felt it in some way. You've already experienced it and you want more of it in a particular way. In some way, the feelings that you wrote for 1 through 3, you've already felt them. And so now what we're doing is saying, where am I already feeling it? Because if I continue to feel those things and I continue to sit with those feelings, I'm going to draw into me that thing that I desire. All right. So what I wrote, when I make content, that's when I'm experiencing the feelings that I said I wanted to feel. I feel good when I share it, when I make designs for my clients, when I'm hanging with friends who I love to play with, when I have a heartfelt conversation or interaction. That's when I'm feeling the same things that I want to feel as that series regular. So now if I know this is where I'm feeling it at, and I can be more present to that feeling, y'all, we're doing this is the magic work. This is the work. This is the internal work, the work that you can't see, but you can feel it. Other people may not see it, but you see it and you feel it, right? It's that internal work, that clarification. And then number five, how can I begin to feel this today without waiting for circumstances to change? Now we are taking our life and our desire in our control. We're not waiting for someone else to give it to us, because the reality is only we can give ourselves that thing. You may be waiting for permission. You may be waiting for validation. But the reality is only you can give you what you desire. Now, that might be a hard pill to swallow for some folks, but that's the reality. You give you the thing. But first, you have to understand that it's already within you, okay? We got to have a little bit of Wizard of Oz. A little bit of Dorothy in the red slippers, okay? It's always been here. You already have it, right? We're not waiting for someone else. We're not waiting for someone else to give us permission to live the life we desire. Our desires, our dreams are waiting on us to feel the feelings. You have control of your feelings. You get to tell your feelings what to feel, Soraya Jane. So how can I begin to feel this today without waiting for circumstances to change? I wrote, well, I can shoot my sketch scene that I wrote and then edit it and share it. I can do that. I can be present in my interactions with people today with my whole heart, knowing that there is joy and fun in the moment. I can even just share a piece of content that I've already edited. right? Just doing those things, doing the things that make me feel good is going to draw more good to me. And y'all know what we say here. Expect the good because you deserve it. Stir up the good in you. Stir up those good feelings, right? So let's just take a moment. We've said a lot. We've done a lot. We've thought about a lot today. And as we ground ourselves, let me get these intentions up and let's get these intentions. All right. The intentions are feeling well. You want to feel confident, proactive, inspired, focused, resilient. All right. I hope I got everybody's intentions for today. These are the intentions that we are going to activate today. So wherever you are, let's just take a moment to center ourselves with our breathing, bringing our attention to this moment, letting go of everything that came before, and just being present in this moment. We've heard so much, we've felt so much, we've thought so much. The seeds have been planted. The feelings have been stirred up. And it is from this place of intentionality that we set the intention to be resilient today. We set the intention to keep going. We set the intentions to allow the obstacles to be the way forward. We set the intention to get back up. We set the intention to change our perspective of perceived failures, to know the truth of the matter, that there are no failures. The only failure is giving up. So as long as we get up and keep going, we win. We set the intention for resilience. We set the intention for focus. To focus our attention. To focus on the good, to focus on the joy, to focus on the love, to focus on the peace, to focus on our mental equivalent. We focus our intention on inspiration. Let our hearts and our minds right now be open to divine inspiration. May we feel it, hear it. May we be sensitized to it. May we revel in that inspiration and the energy and the feeling that it stirs up. May the inspirations that we have lead to breakthrough, lead to productivity. May the inspiration lead us to getting up and starting again if we need to. We set the intention to be proactive today. We give ourselves permission to be great. We give ourselves the permission to have the abundance of the universe. We do not wait for anyone. We are proactive for our good. We set the intention to do what we know and can do, and trust that God or the universe is doing the rest. And we set the intention to feel well. That every cell in our body, from the top of our head to the soles of our feet, is whole, perfect, healthy, and complete. That we have sound minds, that every system in our body is harmonious. That there is harmony in our thoughts, harmony in our actions, harmony in our feelings, harmony in our speaking, harmony in our reactions. We set the intention to experience our good today. So as we go forward today, we go out and expect the good, because we know at the core of our being, we deserve it. And so it is. All right, Saturday morning tap in. That has been our tap in for today. Hold on, TikTok. Let's see. Let's get this together. All right, Saturday morning tap in. That has been our tap in for today. I hope that you got something out of today's tap in. I know I did. I'm so grateful to all of you for showing up, because you showed up, I showed up, right? In the universe, right? Time. What is time? What is time, right? In some way, the fact that you all showed up pulled me to get up out of the bed to be here today, to get ready and to get this show ready for today, right? The beginning is the end and the end is the beginning. It's all connected. So I say thank you. Thank you all for coming to have fun with me today. Thank you for coming in and doing the work of us getting ourselves together, right? All right. I will see you all. Am I here next Saturday? I believe I am. I know one Saturday. No, that's in June. All right. No, wait. Am I traveling next Saturday? I think we'll be back next Saturday. I don't think I'm traveling next Saturday. All right, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget, we set some powerful intentions. We did some powerful work today. Now go out there, expect the good. Why? Because you deserve it. And tell them I said so. All right, y'all. I'll see you all next Saturday.